Hi everybody, welcome back. It's just about 4 o'clock on Monday afternoon. So for those of you who are watching this after it's been recorded, this class is a little bit aimed at the older kids, so my junior students and above. However, anybody's welcome to join in and try out what I do today. Today's class is going to be a little bit more of a skills class. We're going to work on our basic moves, stances, kicks, blocks, and strikes. We're going to focus on how to do each of them correctly and trying our best to make them as awesome as we can. When you're practicing karate, remember that you're not just there to do the moves, but also to do them well. Eventually, you want to be able to do them so well that you're awesome at them, right? Avi, Eli, good to see you guys. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to work on making you guys even more awesome than you already are. And you're pretty awesome, if you didn't already know that. I know I think you're pretty awesome. I'm pretty sure your mom and dad and Bubby think you're awesome, but I think you're pretty awesome too. So while we're waiting for other kids to join, I just want you to kind of loosen up a little bit. So make sure you've got plenty of room. Make sure you're not too close to your brother or sister or your dog or your grandmother or your cat or your parents or anybody else who might be there. I don't have a whole lot of stuff with me today. All you'll need is a wall or a chair. Remember, something to lean on so we can practice our kicks. If you've got a couple stuffed animal friends with you, you might want one or two of them with you, and we'll use them for class today. And after that, that's about it. If you already saw the early class, then you know we talked about good habits. And that's something we'll talk about again today. But while we're waiting, go ahead and start swinging your arms around. Get them loose. Now, if you don't remember, after class is over today, will be about a half an hour or so. We're gonna turn off the camera and then go get set up for a story time. Go ahead and do some twists. I'm gonna read you guys a story today. I'm gonna read you, well, it's about a kid and a potato. I know, right? What on earth would you do with a potato? Right, I'm going to lift my legs up a few times. Now, you know, you can do any moves you want to get loose. This is the before class warm-up. So lift your legs up nice and high. Try to touch your toes to your hand. See that? So I hold my hand out there and swing it up. Maybe 10 or 12 times. And you can do as many as you like. But just try to get your body nice and warm and loose. When you're old like Sensei, it takes more time to get loose. But when you're a kid, you get loose faster. Oh, good. And I'm going to make some circles with my legs. Remember these moves, right? We've done this before. Now you notice I might be a little quieter today because the microphone's not working. So I'll be speaking up nice and loud. If you can't hear me, have somebody put a comment in. Miss Farrow will let me know. And if you're here, I know I like to tell you that I know you're there. If you're here and I haven't said hi to you or given you a shout out, put something in the comments and let us know you're there so I can say something to you, okay? All right. Ugh. Still getting warm. We got another minute or two before we really start. I'm gonna bounce around in my guarding stance. These are all things I like to do before I start classes. So right now I'm just doing my punching moves. I'm just kind of swaying my arms from my shoulder. I can swing them up like this. I can swing them around like this. I can go straight out like this, right at the camera. Aha! If I get that close to you, you better move out of the way, right? Switch your feet sometimes too. You might get used to standing with one foot in the front, but it's a good habit to practice with the other foot in front too. And remember, how fast should you go? And I ask this question a lot in class. Should you go as fast as you can all the time? Well, no. Sometimes you can go as fast as you can. Maybe just to see how fast you can go. But remember that when we go too fast, sometimes we make mistakes. All right, I think it's time to start class. So everybody show me front position. Let me hear knowledge in the mind, honesty in the heart, strength in the body, and bow. Okay, so remember today we're going to do techniques. That means we're going to focus on how we do our moves and how to make them good, right? How to do the difference between doing a move, just kind of doing a move, and doing a move well. I know you've heard me say this in class before. It's not just what you do, but how you do it that counts. Just like if you say some words, right? You could say some nice words, like, I'm sorry. But if you don't say them in the right way, they don't mean the same thing, right? Sorry. Well, gee, if I said it like that, that doesn't sound like I meant it. Same thing with a punch or a kick or a block. I can do my punches, kicks, and blocks kind of sloppy, like looks like I don't really care how well I do. But if I take my time and really practice, right, learning how to do them correctly, guess what? They work better. More power, they move faster, and your words are the same. If I say I'm sorry in a nice voice, it works better, doesn't it? Okay, let's start out with some jumping jacks. I want you to do 100 bajillity 5 jumping jacks. Ready? What do you mean you can't count to 100 bajillity 5? Well, I'll tell you what. Let's just do 20, and then we'll do some more moves with that. All right, 20 jumping jacks. You count yours, I'll count mine. Ready, go. That's 10. 20. All right, welcome Stephanie. Glad you're here. I want you to know, by the way, you guys that have told me here, and anybody who hasn't, I'm really, really grateful that you're here watching class. You know, this allows me to keep teaching and keep practicing myself. And when we practice together, we can all get better together. Boy, I'm really grateful for that. I really want to say thank you to all of you for coming. All right, let's do some more moves. I'm going to work on my punches now. So I'm going to get my horse stance, knees bent, feet kind of far apart, and start. Don't go in your lowest horse stance yet, because as our leg muscles get warmer, we'll get lower and lower. Okay? Hold your hands up in your guard position like this, and let's do a punch, and then a punch with the other hand. So we're just doing this with our legs to make them work, right? To get them stronger. All right. Every time I say go, you do a punch out and in like this, out and in like that. Ready? Go, and then do the other hand. Go, go. Now remember, I said this is techniques, right? Go. So we're going to talk. Go. About how we do every punch. Now I'm just going to punch, you follow me. So, how am I doing these punches? Well, Sensei Dave, it looks like your arm is going from bent to straight and then bent again. That's true. So that's the first part of it. Is there anything else happening when I do that though? My arm's bent, it goes straight. Well, look. My hand twists over and then it twists back. Is that happening at the same time too? My arm is bent, it goes from bent to straight, and I kind of twist my hand. Is there anything else happening? Well, my fist is squeezed nice and tight, and I'm trying to bump whatever I'm punching with these two bumps on the front of my hand right here. Remember, those are called my knuckles, right? And I'm focusing on these two and maybe even that one, but that's when I hit with the front part of that hand like that, okay? So it goes from bent to straight and back, and it twists. And then when I do it fast, see that? Out and in and back. There's one more thing happening. Boy, Sensei Dave, this is a lot of stuff. Well, that's what technique means. We focus on all the little parts and try to do them right. Then when we're good at them, we can do them all together fast, and our punch and whatever else we're doing is that much better. So here's the last thing that's happening. My arm is bent, it's going straight, twisting, and then bending again. But when it goes straight, see my elbow? I don't know if you can see it, but it's still just a little bit bent. It doesn't totally straighten out. So when I straighten my arm out, I don't go all the way straight. I leave a little bitty bend right at the end. So twist. My arm goes from bent to straight, almost, and then back to bending again. That's the punch. All right, let's try it. Everybody back. Getting that horse stance, hands up. So you try to do all those things with each punch. How fast do you do it? The answer is as fast as you can do it correctly. Ready? Go. See, I took my time that time. Go. We're going to switch hands each time. Go. So as you're doing this, go. You should be checking yourself out. Did I do that right that time? Go. Go. Did you do all the parts that Sensei said? Go. Did you forget sometimes? Go. 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 So, if you're thinking about all those different things, that's 4 things I said, right? My arm is bent, it goes from bent to straight, but not all the way straight. It twists, and then it goes back. In order to get really good, I've got to be able to do all 4 of those things the right way every time. So I practice slow at first, and I check it out. If part of it's wrong, I fix it. Do I get mad if I have to fix it? No. Sometimes you might feel a little sad or disappointed that you had to fix it, that you didn't get it right away, but that, you know what, it's okay. All right, let's try a different move, okay? So that was a punch, that's a straight punch. And then my horse stance, let's get a little lower. I tried to do all those parts, right? Twist and punch. Now there's different kinds of punches. That's a straight punch, just going straight ahead of me. What if I do a punch up like this? Okay, that's called an uppercut. That means your hand is going from down low to up high. Well, gee, Sensei, are there some parts to this one too? Yeah, you're right, there are. So, get in your horse stance. So let's do this. We're going to make it a little bigger. Sometimes when I'm doing a move slow, I make it bigger so I can see it a little better, right? If I do a little move, it's hard to pay attention to it all. So, I'm going to bend down. I'm not just going to put my hand down, I'm actually going to bend my body down. That's going to make my leg muscles work. So, everybody sink. Drop your hand down like this. Now use your legs to push your arm up. Did you see that? I did swing my arm from my shoulder, so my arm's bent, and it's swinging. So that's one part of the punch. Just dropping my arm down and then swinging it back up again. But I also bent my legs and then pushed with my legs at the same time. I did both of those things. So every uppercut is 1, 2. Swing. Now, here's another thing. We got those parts, right? So part 1, we bend our legs. Part 2, we drop our arm down. Part 3, we swing it up. Just like when we do our arm straight and bend it again, we don't go all the way straight. Well, when we go up, we don't go all the way up like this, okay? Instead, what I want you to do is go up and just go through whatever you imagine you're hitting. So for me, if I was looking at myself in the mirror, I might go higher than my nose and then stop. And then come back again to my guard, okay? So you drop down, drop your hand, push up and punch till your hand goes higher than your nose. And then bring it back to your guard, okay? Does it have to go all the way up there like that? No, it doesn't have to. I mean, it can, but it doesn't have to. We don't want to go that big. So drop your hand, push with your legs, and swing. Like that, okay? Try the other hand. Drop your hand, push with your legs, swing. Drop, push, swing, right? Drop, push, swing. Then see how I'm putting it together smoother. Drop, push, swing. And then after a while, it looks like all one move, okay? Now remember, I said I'm making this big. In real life, if you were really defending yourself from a bad guy or something, you wouldn't say, hey, bad guy, drop, push, swing. No, you do it all really fast, okay? But you'd have a little bit of move down, a little bit of move up. And you learn how to make smaller moves more powerful. Here we go. Let's do 10 of those. 1, drop, push, swing. Now the other side. 2, drop, push, swing. What do I mean when I say push? That means push with your legs. 3, drop, push, and swing. 4, drop, push, and swing. 5, drop, push, and swing. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew, okay. So, that's 2 different techniques. The straight punch. We go from bent to straight and bent again with a little twist. We don't make our arm totally straight. The uppercut. We drop our hand down and we bend our legs, and then we push with our legs and then swing with our arm. And we stop before we go too far. Let's try a different technique. Let's do a kicking technique, okay? So you remember side kick and roundhouse kick, and I like to practice those 2 kicks, especially when you're new, because If you can do those kicks pretty well, a lot of other kicks get easier to learn. So let's I'm going to grab a chair. Did you get a chair? If you don't have a chair, you can use a wall or a partner, like a mom or a dad or something, or you can lean on a couch. Just make sure it's something solid that's not going to fall down, all right? So Sensei's got his chair over here. Now you might remember we practiced our roundhouse kick and our side kick using a chair before. So first let's do the same things we did before to practice, something we already know. Another way to practice is start with things you already know, work on those for a little while, and then you can try newer things, right? Challenge yourself with new things. By the way, if you weren't here at the very beginning of class, I talked about good habits. Practicing like this is a good habit. Practice the things you know really well for a while before you try your new things. That's a good habit when you practice. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to lean on my chair. I'm going to lift my knee up into or what we call this when your knee's up like this, the flamingo, right? By the way, I don't want to spoil anything, but there might be a flamingo in our story. So pick that knee up nice and high. Grab your knee in the front. Okay, so see what I'm doing? I'm doing a couple things here. One is to stretch. I'm trying to pull that knee up nice and high. Okay, you see how high Sensei can get his knee? It comes up only about this high. I'll bet some of you can get your knee even higher. Once I do that, I'm going to twist my hips. You see how I did that? Now, remember what I said, there's technique. There are two things happening when I twist my hips. Wait a minute, Sensei, which two things? Well, I've got my knee up, I'm holding it. When I twist my hips, I'm taking my bottom on the leg that I'm holding and lifting it up. Right like that. Okay? It's like I'm showing my bottom to that side of the room. Those people outside my window over there are seeing me pointed at them. But the second thing that's happening is that my foot down there on the floor is turning. So if you remember before, my toe is pointing at the chair. So lift your knee up. Lift your hip. So see what I did? I turned my knee and my foot sideways. Now my knee is still in front of me. I'm going to push the bottom of my foot straight out and then pull it straight back. Okay? Remember, I've said it before in class, a side kick is basically stomping on the ground, but I'm not stomping on the ground, I'm stomping sideways in the air. Stomp some air molecules. Ready? So, lift your knee, lift your hips, and turn that foot on the ground. Oops. And then push, and then pull, and then put your foot down. So all together, there's 4 moves there. 1, knee comes up. 2, tilt your hips and turn your foot. 3, push, and then 4, we come back. Okay, maybe that's 5 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I guess 5 is putting your foot down on the ground. Yeah, that is 5 things. Here we go. Let's do all 5 moves. I'll say each move, or I'll say the name. I'll count the name, and you do 1. All right, so ready? 1, lift. 2, tilt and turn. 3, push. 4, pull. 5, down. Whoa. Now I'll just say the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, when we practice technique, we go slow. Sometimes when I watch some of you in class, you get to be in a hurry and you want to go fast. Sensei's here to tell you to take your time. It's a good habit to take your time when you're practicing something and to go fast later when you're good at it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you know if I go slow, something else cool is happening. It kind of makes all my muscles work a little harder. And the harder my muscles work, the stronger they get. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm using this hand to help out a little bit. It's totally okay to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, let's turn around and do the same thing with the other leg. Now, you know I've said this before. For almost all of us, we're better with one leg than we are with the other. So what do you think it makes sense? What would be a good habit? Would it be a good habit to practice with the leg you're already good at because it feels really good and it makes you feel happy? Or would it be a good habit to practice with a leg that's not as good, that doesn't feel as good, and that's harder to work with, so that you get stronger with it and it starts to feel better? Yeah, if you said work on the leg that's not as good, I think you were right. I agree with you. I think that makes more sense. You guys are so smart. All right, let's try this side. Ready? So remember all the parts. I lift my knee and I'm going to hold it with my hand. I lift my hips and turn my foot. I push and then I pull and everything goes back and then I put it down. So it's 1, 2, 3, push that leg out, 4, and 5. Remember, it's a push. It's a push. Ready? 1, 2, take your time. 3, 4, 5. A couple more of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look how slow Sensei's going. I'm taking my time. By the way, some of you already know it, I'm also taking my time because I'm exercising my legs just like you are. Remember that new hip? Well, I got to make that strong. So sometimes if you're not ready and you go too fast, you can actually get hurt. Another good habit. Take your time. Here we go. Let's do 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. One more time. 1, 2, that's my tilt. 3, 4, and 5. Nice job. Okay, I'm going to switch my chair over to the other side. Then we'll do a few for the roundhouse kick, and then maybe we'll play a game. All right, so let's get, so roundhouse kick. It has some parts, just like the side kick. Remember the lift, grab, flick, right, and catch? So here's what I mean. We lift our knee, just like the side kick, but remember we lift, we turn our hips, excuse me. Then you grab your leg and you pull it backwards. That's different. With a side kick, your knee is in front of you. With a roundhouse kick, your knee is pointing way to the side. That's important, right? Technique today, class. I want you to know the difference. I want you to be able to watch another karate student try this kick and be able to say, oh, they're doing their roundhouse kick or their side kick the wrong way. Maybe I can be a good example and show them how to do it the right way. Right? All right, so, or you could say, Sensei, can you help me get this better? Because I can tell I'm not doing it right. So lift your leg up. Lift, remember the dog at the tree? Pull your knee backwards. See how that looks different than the side kick? If I'm doing the side kick, my knee is here, and I push. If I'm doing the roundhouse kick, my knee is here, and I swing. Yeah? Can you see the difference? Let's practice some. Remember, we're taking our time today. Are you taking your time? Eli, are you in a hurry? Avi? Stephanie? Take your time. All right, here we go. Lift that knee up. Remember, this foot is pointing at the chair, just like the side kick. Got my dog. I pull my knee backwards. Now I'm leaning. This will help. It helps to lean. Keep that knee back nice and far, and then we swing and catch. Okay, that's it. Just swing and catch. See how my knee's way back here. Let's do 10. Hold the leg just like this. Swing and catch 10 times. 1. Hold your knee as high as you can the whole time. 2. You might notice when your leg goes straight, it drops. Right? So you try to hold it up there. It's going to make the muscles in this part of your body, in your hip, exercise. Okay? 3. Swing and catch. 4. Swing and catch. 5. Swing and catch. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Oh boy, that's working hard. Turn around. Let's do the other side. Remember, you get yourself, what are you leaning on? Are you leaning on your mom? Not on Bubby, I hope. I'm leaning on a chair. If you have a partner there, Eli, Avi, if you got your brother, you could hold each other up. Sometimes when we practice this, one partner can hold the other one up while they take their turn. Right? But if you've got something you can both lean on, you do your turns at the same time. Stephanie, what are you leaning on? Yeah? Okay, here we go. So, I lift my leg, I tilt my hips and turn my foot. Now I'm pulling my knee to the back, way backwards like this. You see how I'm still standing up. Now my body's leaning over a little, that's okay. When I do a real roundhouse kick, I'm going to look where my kick is going. See that? I'm going to kick over there, so my head is going to turn that way. Let's do 10 like this. Ready? 1, fling and catch. 2, swing and catch. 3, swing and catch. 4, swing and catch. Is 10 kicks enough for us to get good at this? Is it a good habit to practice more times or less times? If you said more times, I agree with you. I think you're right. I told you before, you guys are pretty smart. All right, let's take a break from the kick. So there's some technique, right? Not only do you learn the moves to do, but you take your time to do them right. And if you do, boy, you're going to be awesome. Don't be in a hurry to go fast. That will come with time. All right, let's see. I'm going to get some of my stuffed animal friends, okay? Let's get 2 of them. Everybody got some friends? Now, by the way, if you don't have stuffed animals, that's fine. All you need is 2 objects. It could be a chair on one side of the room and a chair on the other side of the room, okay? With a space in between. So I'm going to get my 2 stuffed animal friends here. Like, let's see, I'm going to use a turtle and a pig. Why not? A turtle and a pig. So I'll put the pig over here. In fact, I'm going to put the pig on this chair. Okay? I could put it on the ground, and if you've got something, you can put it on the ground too. And I'm going to put this turtle over here on the floor. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to shuffle from one side to the other and touch my pig, and then touch my turtle, and then touch my pig, and then touch my turtle. I'm just going to shuffle back and forth. Okay? That's the first move we're going to do. So when I say go, you start shuffling back and forth. But when we shuffle, we have to stay low. So I don't want to see anybody shuffling up here. See, nope, too easy. You know what else is a good habit, class? It's a good habit to practice the more difficult version than it is to do the easy thing. You know, habits are like that. Bad habits are really easy to do. They're easy. Think of a bad habit like eating ice cream all the time. Boy, I'm bored. What do? I'm going to eat some ice cream. That's easy to do, especially if there's ice cream around. But good habits are a lot harder to do, like chopping up some celery or some carrots or some other healthy vegetable and snacking on those. That takes a little more work, doesn't it? But you know which one is better for you. Does eating the ice cream feel really good? Yeah. Does it taste really good? Oh yeah. Is it good for you? No way. So, karate training is just like that. The things that are best for you, that make you strong, well, those are harder to do. And you've got to become the kind of kid who's like, I'm going to do that hard thing. Okay? All right. Let's go. So, get down low. I'm super low in the stance. Okay? Now, when I say go, I'm shuffling over, tapping the turtle on the head, shuffling over, touching the pig on the head. Let's touch each animal or each object, whatever it is, 10 times. Oh my gosh, Sensei, that means 20 times. Is that going to be hard? You better say yes, sir. Are you going to do it? I bet you said yes, sir, then too. All right, here we go. I'm going to start with the pig. Go. 1, 2, 2. Oh my gosh. 3, getting lower. 3, trying to stay down as low as I can. 4, 5. Oh, my carpet is flying. 6, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here's what we do. You know, fall leader. I'll be the leader because, well, I know you're all watching me. I can't see you. And you can't see each other. So what I'm going to do is do some moves. You do whatever moves I'm doing. I'm not going to say much. Whatever I do, I want you to copy me, okay? So, first thing, everybody show me how you jump up and down. Easy enough, right? Loose, floppy arms. Follow the leader. Guard stance. Now I'm just doing some punches. Remember what we worked on before. Straight punches where the arm twists. The elbows go from bent to straight to bent, but I don't straighten them all the way. How about these? How about these? Oh, what was that kick? So think, lift, bend, lift, turn, swing. Which kick is this? You're right, it's the roundhouse kick. I'm going to do some with the other leg. This is the one that's not as good for Sensei. It's harder for me to stand on my new hip. Got to make it stronger. Right? Oh, good. How about this one? What's that one? I know you know it. Doing the other leg. Are you following the leader? All right, show me how you run in place. You're running through the woods. You're going for a jog. And then, wait. Is there something behind you? It's a bear! Run faster! And bears, look, there's a tree. Climb the tree. Get as high as you can. Hang on. Better look down and check to see if the bear's gone. I think my bear's gone. I'm going to climb back down my tree. Okay. Go back to your run through the forest. How fast are you running? Wait a minute. Did you hear that? It's the bear! Run! Ah! Ah! Is it gone? I think it's gone. Whew. Boy, that bear chased me all around my house. I hope your bear's gone too. All right, I'll tell you what, everybody. Nice job. Practice those techniques. I'm giving you the tools you need to build the habits yourself, right? Sensei can't do the practice for you. Your body's got to do it. So I'll tell you what. I'll give you a little homework assignment, okay? I want you to practice some of the things that I did. Ask your mom or dad or somebody to give a little video of you doing it. And then if it's okay with them, put it on our comments so I can see you doing it. I'd really love to see you working. All right, everybody stand up. Can you show me how you do front position? Did you say yes, sir? All right, hands together. Knowledge in the mind. Honesty in the heart. Strength in the body. And bow. Okay, now don't go anywhere. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to turn off the camera and then I'm going to set something up so I can read you a story if you'd like to stick around and see it. So at about 4:45, I think that's probably in about 15 minutes or so. I don't know, I can't see a clock. I'll turn the camera back on and go live again and read you guys the story about a kid and a potato. I hope I'll see you then. You did a great job today. Thanks again so much for being here. It really means a lot to Sensei Dave that I get to, I know that you guys are there taking class. You have a great day, and I'll see you in about 15 minutes. Bye.